Chosen one. Flexibility with your energy is a must. Yes, as much as you are going to learn stillness in the world when you wake up, when you try to identify your inner world with the outside world, more or less the same narrative in between one duality or the next, you are going to learn and master flexibility. Because everybody in the world is doing whatever they can with their gifts. Everybody's focusing on something. If you think that you are focusing on one thing and it's yours, you're wrong. The ether provides for everybody. The ether is what we all harness within. Our physical body is a magnet, Leparalak. It attracts the ether's ways within us, and we only capture or allow what we perceive to be aiding us moving forward. This is why you have the ability of cutting things off when they don't work for you, or cutting people off when they don't work for you. Things like this. It is because the flexibility that you're learning about your energy is what's demanded, Leparalak. When you try to live in a human way, like holding on to things for too long, you are ignoring the flexible nature of energy. Energy is dynamic. That's a powerful word to use simply because energy perceives itself in different ways in the world. But the word I'd like to use for commercial sakes is flexibility. Yes, energy is flexible, Paralak. This is why you can change your archetypes at will. You are flexible enough to become different people, to become a person in different realities, to become a person in different manifested timelines, universes. Yes, your energy is flexible, but this whole world in its own entirety, when you enter this vessel, its main job is to teach you to be one thing. So if your family taught you to be a slave, that's one dynamic energy you need to change. When will you experience being a leader? You understand? You need to experience that duality. The opposing factor of slavery is being a master. So you need to become a master, Leparalak. So don't be surprised when you're giving a middle finger to everybody that tries to remind you of you being under them 24/7. Nobody's under anybody in this world. Fuck you if you think somebody should be under you. As people, we play roles, Leparalak, but these roles are functions of that particular harnessed personality. That's all. But when you try to make somebody play a role when you're not paying them do anything, all you're doing is being an ass. You're being a dick. You are being a pussy because from your own inner soul, you feel powerful when you control others, but you don't feel powerful when you control yourself. You are a pussy. You are afraid of yourself. You are a bitch. You are fucked up. You are fucked over. Things like this. And I know TikTok is going to make this video receive less views because of the way I talk. It always does this. I've seen some videos that have a lot of swearing tonality. They don't get views, but I'm followed by adults. So I wonder why. And most of you guys that follow me don't care much about the world's verbiage. You understand that words like this are used to exaggerate the point, not to actually swear like a person with no sense in their mindset. So 619 Energy Leparalak is asking you to be flexible. When you are flexible with the way things come to you, you realize there's always an exit strategy. Because an exit strategy depends on you being flexible. Yes. When you work in a job, the contract is stated it's 6, 3, or 1 year, right? There's an exit strategy already placed there. You know that your contract is worth 200 and something thousand in 12 months, or in that month you're employed. But flexibly, you are allowed an exit. Flexibly, you can resign. Flexibly, you can do certain things that nullify the contract. Legally, you understand? Flexibly, you can do these things. Now, if we can do these things flexibly, physically in the world, why don't we do it with ourselves? When you meditate, there has to be an exit strategy. You're a human being. You got to do something in the world. Jog, walk, talk, do something to act on the world, to establish your own authenticity in it. So you'll have to be flexible. You meditate for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or an hour. After that, your exit strategy comes up and you do something else, something different. That's because energy is flexible. This is why you feel messed up when people try to portray things about you that are not real. Similar things to humans. You know how humans behave. They like pointing fingers when they don't understand something. This is why you can't take heed of it. This is why you can't feel bad when somebody else says stuff about you. You can't. Their energy is flexible enough to express itself in that regard. So don't be triggered. Don't be triggered when I say things, Lepar. Understand that I'm saying things because that's what's coming out. There is no script for me at this point. There is no script. If there was, then you'll know that Boipelo sits for 2 weeks like any typical branding company and plans content for you guys. But because God doesn't care about time, I create time physically. I can come here and you too can do the same thing and be flexible enough to express that energy. Now, you and I are the same. The difference is one of us is aware of these things. That's all. And you might know more than me. I'm just catching up to you because you manifested this video, didn't you? Your subconscious wanted me to talk about these things so you can better understand how energy moves, especially if you're trying to understand the basics of energy. Energy is everywhere, Leparalak. I'm feeling heat from the windowsill right now. That is thermal energy. My skin senses the heat behind the curtain, Leparalak. Thermal energy works like this. But for those of you who are practicing your skill sets internally, you can also sense deception from people. You can sense envy. You can sense jealousy. You can sense toxicity coming from them. What do you think this is all about? You are flexible enough to sense their energy while still maintaining the integrity of your energy within. That's called being flexible, Leparalak. Flexible energies are everywhere. You'll be happy at your workplace, 9 to 5, family life, wherever you feel happiness, for no reason, you feel angry. If you sit at a party, maybe for like an hour, I used to do this when I was studying people. Well, when I woke up, my favorite thing was to go to seminars and things and just study people. I enjoyed studying people. Till now, I like to go to the mall and watch the latest flyer designs. What are they up to? Because my clients want something new. So oftentimes my clairvoyance loves to see what's currently there in the world. And then when I get home, I meditate on something new that I've seen. And this is why I close my clients. They see something new. I believe all graphic designers do this. I believe all branding people do this. Don't you go to the mall and check out other designs? Like I would sit at Money Market and ShopRite watching those animations play and thinking to myself, if I move that 15 seconds behind on my laptop when I get home, because I design these things. When you see these animations at the mall, most of them are probably designed by me. When you see flyers at the mall, most of them are probably designed by me or my peers. Either way, all of us do this thing. We prepare because energy is flexible. And the reason we prepare is this. Professionally, Leparalak, you could be working on a brief and a week later something changes. The owner of the brief says, change this color to that, change this wording to this, change the messaging to this. That changes the whole dynamic appeal of the whole design. Now, because I learned how small things like this can affect my productivity, I started designing in systems so that if somebody says do this, it affects only that place. That's how you design. That's how you create life. And then you take that mental way of thinking and you bring it to reality. If you can create systems to manage authenticity, why don't you create systems to manage your own self in the physical world? A lot of us are very good at managing our work life. We are so good at it, but we struggle to manage our own energy. So 619 energy today, if you're coming in contact with this message, it's saying to you, you are flexible. Stop feeling shameful for diving from one thing to another. Your spirit was never meant to be confined. It's only the world that forces you to confine. And remember, the world uses keywords to trap you in one timeline. When somebody in Setswana, in Kasi terms, we say, Obari, osetlaela. Those words mean you are a fool, you are an idiot. Those keywords are timelines for your personality. It's a program given to you. If you accept it, you won't allow yourself to be flexible with your energy, and therefore you're going to feel this shame, this guilt within your sacral space, Leparalak. And your solar plexus will not act accordingly. You'll hold back on doing things because somebody gave you a mindset that you are what you are not. This person believes you're one way, but God made you flexible. This is why you can become anyone you want. You can switch jobs. You can date different people. You can live in different spaces. It is because energy within you is flexible. So 619 energy is asking you, remove the guilt, remove the shame, and enjoy the spoils of your energy. If you need to change partners, go do so. Maybe there's a lesson for you there. If you need to change jobs, go do so. There's a lesson for you there. Stop feeling guilty, Leparalak. You can literally get away with anything in this world. But remember, karma is still here. Cause and effect is still a law. What you start surely has an ending, has a repercussion in some way. It truly does. So when you're jumping from one timeline, one archetype to another, always understand that flexibility is a powerful force also. Without consistency, it's just a mess, Leparalak. 9:11 on the clock. It's a sense of urgency for you to know this. Chosen one, enjoy the 619 energy. Luelal Paralak.